We're going to get into game number one. It's getting underway right now. SjoW versus Greensheep. Again, this match is more about pride than anything else. I can promise you SjoW doesn't want to lose this one, and I can promise you Greensheep wants to win.
I can't wait to see what they're queuing up here because I have a feeling some crazy stuff could happen in this match.
Yeah, SjoW is going to go a little bit standard. Not really a big surprise. You know, being so good at Warrior, Grim Patron is just in such a great position right now. But Greensheep's playing Druid in game number one, and this is one of the matchups that can spell trouble for this deck.
Yeah, not surprised at all to see Greensheep doing this here because he's been playing Druid game one a lot lately, and that's a Shield Slam in SjoW's hand.
Yeah, so Shield Block and Shield Slam both going to be in here, and with two Warsong Commanders back behind this, you know, these are good cards, but you have to be in combination with other stuff.
Yeah, you usually don't want to see one, if not two, Warsong Commanders in your opening hand here. They aren't the best. What he wants to do is cycle through his deck as much as possible. The emotes have been flying back and forth a lot here tonight. These players, you know, it's later in the season. A lot of the, you know, especially in this match, everything's really been decided. You know, we have someone clinched and someone eliminated from the playoffs. So they're a little looser than normal too. That's why I said, you know, maybe we'll see something fun and exciting happen here tonight. There's not the immense amount of pressure that, say, like your fifth or sixth match has, or your clinching match.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. But Greensheep looks as focused as ever, and SjoW, it's never really short of focus. I'd like to see him sit up a little bit more straight, but you know, who am I to question a guy's posture? My posture's terrible.
I mean, this is, you get this from him on his personal stream. This is the way he is.
I think this is like the most boring topic I could have possibly brought. Posture police.
Tonight on HPL, we examine the posture of all of our players in the league.
He's going to stand up so much straighter than all the other kids at school. He's going to be the coolest one there.
Oh, wow.
Druid of the Claw in taunt mode is going to be no problem for SjoW. Shield Block, Shield Slam, one of the best answers you can have to big minions.
Excuse me.
Greensheep just sort of nodding his head. It's almost like he expected that, but now this opens up the way a little bit for his Emperor Thaurissan, and I fully expect this Shaded Naxxramas to take out this Armor Smith, try to negate that execute possibility, but is it going to go with it?
You know, there is something to be said about this too. Greensheep might think this is the Control Warrior matchup. After seeing that, the Shield Block into a Shield Slam, SjoW's been streaming this a ton lately. Greensheep, he's not too far away from the same time zone as him, so maybe he's seen some of his stuff if he's been, you know, watching his stream any at all lately, because, I mean, SjoW gets like 5,000 people a day, so Greensheep could possibly be one of those. And he hasn't given you a single card yet that doesn't let you know, I mean, that lets you know that this is the combo matchup.
Yeah, I'd be pretty darn surprised if Greensheep did not have some sort of information about the way that SjoW has been playing the game lately. Like, I would just be astonished if that was the case. And Slam into Slam is an okay way to take out Emperor, but so is Deathspite.
Yep. Take a little blowback here. It's a good answer to Shade next turn as well if he wants to take it out of stealth mode here.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he didn't pull it out the last turn. I think it's just going to sit there for pretty much the rest of the game.
Yeah, just try to 30 him with one Shade. I've seen people get one shot by Shade before.
I've seen it with like Inner Fire and Divine Spirit and stuff like that, but
dude, that deck always gets me. I always take 18 from it on turn 3, and then they still lose. That's what I hate about that deck. I mean, they move all in, they give you all these cards, they make like an 18-18 on turn 3, and you're like, big game hunter, attack you, and they're like, yeah, I don't have any cards. And my hero power sucks.
And it's always a Death Lord afterwards too, so it's like, oh, sweet, I got a Savannah Highmane.
Yeah.
I'm already you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hate on him forever because of that.
I mean, this is a combo deck. Like, if you want to play a combo deck in Hearthstone, play this or play Freeze Mage.
Yeah, I would tend to agree, or play Druid. Druid's totally fine.
Yeah, Druid's like combo, control, aggro. It's literally every deck.
Druid's a little bit of everything. And so I like that he's saving the execute here. Very patient. Just pick up your extra armor, pick up your extra cards. No reason to waste this when you have plenty of life to spend.
Execute's so important in this matchup as well. There's so many good targets. You know, there's giant Dr. Booms, there's, you know, Ancient of Wars, you know, huge 5/10 taunters that you have to get through. And it's very likely that the turn that you go off of like Frothing Berserker, that you need to make sure it gets through, you know, multiple taunters, something like a Sludge Belcher and a Slime.
Yeah. So I suspect this will silence this Acolyte of Pain, but I feel like the damage has really been done on SjoW's side. He's drawn so many extra cards as it is. I mean, Shield Block, 2 slams. He's already got an Acolyte draw. Just rough stuff at this point. Gonna choose to keep his 3-cost Keeper of the Grove as well. Wants the utility of that in the future. Doesn't want to just squeeze in an extra hero power.
Yeah, I like him using the 4-mana one. It's just more efficient, as you said. You get to make sure that later in the game, if you need to play multiple things in a turn, that you can use the Keeper plus still having 7 mana.
Yeah, and Battle Rage going to continue to add to SjoW's lead.
No, that's the full grip there.
Yep, not full for too long, though. Plenty of ways to use these resources.
Yeah, no, he can use these resources to kind of like stem the bleeding of what's going on here because, you know, the more he chips away at Greensheep, that one turn that Greensheep doesn't do anything, you know, really good, he's going to be able to turn this game around very quickly.
And it's looking like that turn's coming up pretty quick, but with his hand, you know, Emperor is really the missing piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, that or he just needs to get to 9 or 10 mana, you know, be able to go, you know, Warsong Commander into Frothing Berserker, or, you know, have some, oh boy, that was a interesting one here. That could be, spell a little trouble for SjoW here.
I think it's actually kind of a benefit. Picks up 4 armor off of it. You know, it's a 1-power minion. It's not really hurting you too bad.
Yeah, it's not that terrible, actually.
Sludge Belcher picked up. Greensheep's got to start answering this board.
And this is what is such a problem when you're facing down Grim Patron. I mean, look, SjoW hasn't even really attacked Greensheep yet this game. You know, he hasn't really threatened him in any way that's tangible. He's just been, you know, building a board presence, adding a ton of armor, dealing with what Greensheep is doing, and then every turn that the game goes later and SjoW gets more mana, there's going to be that turn where he just 27s you out of nowhere with a Frothing Berserker.
Yep. So Sludge Belcher going to get added here, but SjoW is at 33 going into turn 8 with a full grip.
And I like what Greensheep is doing here. He's keeping his shade under wraps here because he knows that he can get executed the turn it comes out, and he has to get a ton of value out of it.
Yeah, well, he's not going to be getting a ton of value this turn. SjoW is about to basically go off. Yeah. Grim Patrons.
Here we go. There's going to be a lot of them this turn.
This card is just so dang good.
Yeah, just nerf the other one. This Warsong Commander. I have a feeling that it's going to happen before BlizzCon, before the World Championships. I don't think they want to just see, you know, Grim Patron decks running amok at BlizzCon.
I don't know. I just, you know, so reluctant to do it so far.
I think it's going to happen soon.
Could be. Well, something's going to have to happen soon for Greensheep because he has fallen way out of this match right now.
Yeah, he has an answer to all these Grim Patrons here, but he has to know that, you know, something behind this is going to be insane as well. You know, he has a good swipe, attack Grim Patron turn, and then Keeper of Grove.
But that's the thing is, like, do you want to leave the Warsong Commander on board?
No, you can silence the Warsong Commander here, attack the 3/3 Grim Patron, or, you know, whichever one with your, not the one toughness ones, with your shade here, and then use swipe to clean up the rest of them.
So he's just going to use the shade to attack the Warsong Commander instead. But now that, like, all the work that he's done by trying to get this shade this large would be wasted if he chooses to do that. So I don't actually know if he's going to attack or not.
Yeah, he might just hold on here. You know, there's actually a chance that he's going to do this because he doesn't think he can die this turn. And, you know, we see from SjoW's hand, he has 2 Frothing Berserkers, but he doesn't have a way to go crazy with them yet. Deathspite's a good way to get started, though.
Yeah, I fully expect this Deathspite to be hitting the board.
Yeah, he can take care of this Keeper of the Grove.
Wow.
Get these Frothing Berserkers really big. You know, Greensheep only has 1 card in his hand. Do you think he can answer 2 Frothing Berserkers?
I mean, that's a very good point. You know, that's really the one
Plus,
thing.
Plus, he's an unstable goal. Yeah, I will say, like.
That's like the one thing I look at this game. I go, can Greensheep handle this right now? You know, do you need the burst damage? You know, this feels a little bit dangerous to me though. Like if Greensheep just happens to draw Force of Nature here, he gets to wipe this whole board and then shows almost completely out of damage after that.
Yeah, but SjoW doesn't know the last card in his hand is Savage War. If you told him that, I think he would 100% just move in here.
Yeah.
He just gets so much damage in here. Plus, I mean, look, he's got him at 13. He has a Deathspite in his hand and a Warsong Commander with 2 executes. This game is in SjoW's hands.
Yeah, this had to be Force Nature here to be able to wipe this board, but it's just not here today for Greensheep. And so this game 1 is going to be decisively taken by SjoW. I think he fought a good fight, but at the end of the day, too much card draw gave SjoW too many options.
Yes. So if he were to gain 5 life here, he still can't, you know, stay out of range of these Frothing Berserkers because you could just run into the Ancient of Lore here. Use the other Warsong Commander. That would be, I'll say it's too much math for me to do actually, but it's way more than lethal.
Well, there'd be 6 minions on board.
Well, I'm trying to think of exactly how much it would be.
2 Frothing Berserkers. Yeah. That's 12.
What activation of the ghoul is lethal
4
here?
From the attack.
Hey, I just didn't feel like doing the math. All right. Yeah, you just have to draw cards here and
just hope. Second Savage Roar and Big Game Hunter.
Well, no, that doesn't do it either. You can't deal with both the Frothing Berserkers because of. He needed 3 more mana because then he could have attacked the Unstable Ghoul with his face and then used Big Game Hunter to take care of one of the Frothing Berserkers and then attacked the other Frothing Berserker, but it's just going to be too much here.
Yeah, those guys are way too big. They've gotten awfully frothy this game. SjoW, great recognition this turn, knows that he can invest in the board shape and get it done from there and kind of just dancing back and forth. He knows he's got game number 1 locked up.
I want to see some fun decks out of these guys.
Oh, you're likely to see some fun decks, I think. But game number 1 in the meantime, going to be going over to SjoW. You know, why wouldn't you play the most powerful strategy? You're here to win some games.
Yeah, I mean, he plays it a lot, actually, and plays it very well. I've seen him stream it a ton. You watch him play it, he shows a great understanding of the game with that deck.